Coming up on this edition of Talk of the Town. Hey, never too early to start thinking about Christmas and some of the fun activities that go on in downtown Cambridge as a part of the holiday. And that is why Gayle Roberts from the Cambridge Singers will be telling us about this year's Cambridge Singers show. Also representing the Noble County Fair, because it is about fair time, we have Sami Schott, as well as the senior princess. We have Riley Clark. All right, so there are two segments. Our third segment is with Kim Conrath representing the Cambridge Citizens Police Academy. And that's all on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, Ohio, it's Talk of the Town.
Welcome on into a brand new edition of Talk of the Town, live today from the U.S. Bank Studios here in downtown Cambridge. It's your boy, Jeremy Scott, in the cockpit, per usual, and of course, pushing the buttons, turning the knobs, and making sure that everybody looks just spick and span. I have got my producer man, Mr. Adam Green.
Good morning, sir, and I make you look good.
Hey, listen, as much as somebody possibly can, which, hey, even Adam cannot be a miracle worker. But hey, that's a different story for a different day. We're not going to be self-loathing on this show. No, this is a show about fun, especially when we start talking about the Cambridge Singers, and that is why we have got the lovely and talented Gayle Roberts with us right now. How are you, ma'am?
Lovely and talented. Great.
Pleasure to see you.
I think you're very handsome, by the way.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Quit your job, come be my agent. You and I will rule the world together.
Yeah,
listen,
that'd be great.
It's never too early to start thinking about Christmas time. As a matter of fact, the Cambridge Singers have already started thinking about Christmas time. What is the theme for this year's show?
Right. The theme for this show is Remember December.
Remember December?
Yeah,
all right.
And it's kind of catchy. Everybody remembers December. You can go, how far back can you go?
Okay.
What, to those little memories when you were little, coming downstairs to see what Santa brought, or
absolutely,
you know, going to church on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And so that's our theme, and we're looking forward to continuing the Dickens tradition as we began last year to tie into with costuming and Old English songs from the Dickens era.
Okay.
And it should be a great show. We're expanding it to 2 shows this year. Mm-hmm. We used to do 2 shows many years ago, and then they decided to go to 1. But this year we're going back to 2 because last year we had an overflowing crowd. It was a super show, got super reviews everywhere, and so we're moving it to 2 shows.
Well, I'll tell you, that's great, and that's for people's convenience. What are the dates?
December 7th and December 8th at 3 p.m. There's 2 matinees, Saturday and Sunday. And that allows you to go see the show, have a good time, and then go down and see the Christmas lights and stroll around and, you know, have a good time in the evening too.
Well, I tell you, it needs to become a part of people's tradition. You know, when they're down here
right.
visiting the courthouse and all that, they need to stop by and see the show. Either one of those dates, or hey, preferably
right.
both. Why not?
Yeah,
and
right,
obviously, you guys are very strong right now as an organization. How many do you have on the risers?
Right now we have 48.
48 active.
48. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
We've grown tremendously.
Yes.
We're a lot younger now in age groups. We have a lot of young people. We have a lot of people from Noble County. Mm-hmm. I think last year we had 11 join.
Wow, that's
total.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of new blood,
Great.
plus the veterans, and of course the mix of all ages. That always makes for a sweet sound as well.
That's right.
I'll tell you, Gayle, there are a lot of people who are probably watching this right now who have never been to a Cambridge Singers show, and we want to give them a little taste of what they can expect. So, Adam, go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. So there you go. There's a little taste of what you can expect by going to see the Cambridge Singers on December 7th and or 8th. And I tell you, if that looks so fun to you that you don't just want to spectate, you want to be a part of it, Gayle, how do people do that?
Well, if you're interested, all you have to do is have an interest in music and like to sing. You know, if you're singing in the car on the way home from work, we're what you want.
Okay. So
and
what about?
If you like to have fun.
Okay. So what about practice? When do you guys actually rehearse?
Okay. If you want to join, you need to come to 3 what we call open house rehearsals, and they're going to be on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on September 3rd, 10th, and the 17th at 7 o'clock. And we practice at First Presbyterian Church over here on Steubenville Avenue. Park in the back and go in the back entrance.
Okay.
And just go back there. We should be there ready to greet you and just kind of check us out, see what we're like. We'll be starting our Christmas music right away, even if it's 90 degrees out. And I think you'll find us to be just a great group of, we're all like a lot of close friends in there. I've met a lot of close friends, and we just have a good time.
So Gayle, what is the audition process like once you've come to 3 open houses?
Yeah, auditions can be quite frightful.
Yeah.
Like I don't like them. It makes you nervous, even if you're a very good singer. So what our director does, who's Kathy Antill, she's been with us, this will be her 3rd year. Okay. And she's been tremendous for our group, adding new life and spirit and just great vitality. But what she'll do is take you in an alone room and or in a small group and just listen to you. It's very non-threatening, very nice, and
pretty informal, really.
And we'll also teach you. You don't have to be super great. You don't have to read music. A lot of people say I can't read music, but it's
a lot of community members doing it as a hobby, Gayle. So again, that's coming up December 7th and 8th, the show itself. But as Gayle mentioned, if you go to 3 of their rehearsals and then you want to join, well, they can help you with that as well. Well, Gayle, it's always such a pleasure to see you.
And you
Thank
too.
you so
You're
much
great.
for coming up
You're
here.
bet. Thank you very much.
And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
Back here at Talk of the Town, US Bank Studios is the site. And of course, before we get into our second segment, I've got to remind you to go back and watch all previous episodes of this awesome show on our Facebook page, YRP TV Home and Talk of the Town, or on YouTube, YRP TV. You can go back, you can watch the very first one we ever did to the very last one we did. And of course, all future episodes will be archived there for your viewing pleasure. Right. How nice is that? All right, so it's about fair season. Listen, I talked last show a little bit about the fact that football season is upon us. With football season comes fair season, and that is why we have representing the Noble County Fair. Hey, we have got the Queen, is that right?
Senior Princess.
Senior Princess, all right. I knew it was some kind of royalty. Riley Clark, alongside, hey, you know this one, Sami Schott, my sometimes broadcast partner. Riley, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Sammy, always a pleasure to see you as well. All right, Riley, so what did it take to become the Senior Princess?
Well, I had to fill out an interview, and then I had to go through an interview, some application, and then the interview, and then we had to wait till the Fireman's Festival to see who won, and it just happened so to be me. So
awesome.
Exciting.
That is very exciting. So what all is entailed entailed? What all are your duties?
So I help with the fair. I'll hand out ribbons, and I'll have to be there for pictures. And then throughout the season, whatever Sami calls me up and needs me to help come do, stuff like this, talk about stuff, or go represent our county. I go to other fairs, just do as much as I can.
Senior Princess, a.k.a. Sammy's right-hand woman.
Pretty much.
That's usually how that works.
Yeah, why don't you make business cards that say that for her?
Probably should.
I think you need to do
That's
that.
a great idea.
All right, so what are some of the tasks that you will probably be assigning her? Spoiler alert, by the way, Riley.
Right. So Fair Week, it's one of those where they hand out the awards. She's going to have to smile a lot. She's going to be in a lot of pictures.
She's pretty good at that.
Yeah, she is. But alongside her, we actually have our Fair Queen, a junior princess. So we split our princesses up in 2 age categories, and we actually have a prince this year. Wow. So she's got 3 others alongside her. Nice. So, you guys are going to be at the fair. So
yes, we
I might
will.
call Riley and say, hey, go talk on the radio some more. But, they're just great kids to just call and say, hey, I need help. What can you make it? What can you do for me? Yep. So.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it sounds to me like it was a very interesting process for you. What were some of the interview questions that you had to answer when you did this?
They asked me what was my greatest 4-H memory, what all do I do, like what am I involved in, not with just 4-H, but outside of 4-H, so school, even outside of school, if I'm anything else. Why did I want to become Senior Princess, and what are some things, I'd like to change at the fair, or some things I'd like to change in society in general.
So what were your answers to those questions? What would you like to change in society in general?
I had to write an essay on this, and for my essay I wrote about how I would like to change in schools to bring back the classes that teach you how to cook, how to manual your car, just the simple life skill classes.
It's something that's been lost in the shuffle.
Very much so.
I can do the Pythagorean theorem, but I can't change my own oil, and I think I should be able to do that. So I think that is an awesome thing. That is an awesome vision that you have right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So you are Senior Princess this year. What's next for you?
Well, I hope to run for Queen next and become the Noble County Fair Queen.
Very cool. And then what will that process be like for her to become the Noble County Fair Queen?
So same thing, you have the interview, the application process. Now with Queens, it's a little different. They have an on-stage pageant that they added this year. We have a royalty coordinator, Victoria Erb. She brought that on because once they become our Fair Queen, they go up to the Ohio State Fair Queen of Queens. So she's kind of replicating it on a smaller scale to get them ready for that process.
Okay. So what grade are you in now?
I'll be a junior.
Junior? All right. And so have you begun thinking about after high school at all?
I want to, after I graduate, I want to go to OSU and become an extension educator.
Noble.
Mini Sami.
Very noble.
So Mini Sami.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Wow.
It is.
Wow. Sammy's right-hand woman has been brainwashed. How about that?
Whoa,
No.
I don't know about brainwashed.
Encouraged,
We like
nudged
to
a
say
little bit.
formed.
Formed, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better, right? Hey, at least the truth came out. Sammy's a lot of things, but dishonest is not one of them,
No.
obviously.
No.
All right, so you'll be running for Queen next year,
Yes, hopefully.
and then we'll see what that entails for you. Are you going to be going up against, do you know what your competition will be like for that?
Not yet. We go in, we don't know until we go in on interview day and see who's there.
Okay.
So.
All right. So you've been in 4-H for how many years?
This will be my 12th year.
So you're one of these kids who started basically as soon as you were eligible to do it.
Pretty much. We have my family is 4-H background.
You know, one thing that I will say for 4-H, and I want to get a little bit more into your 4-H background, but one thing I will say for 4-H that we love working with 4-H for is the fact that they teach public speaking. Public speaking is a fear worse than death in a lot of people. Yet you seem to have conquered that, and I would think that 4-H has helped you. I mean, maybe you seem like the type you're probably a little bit naturally extroverted, but I'm sure that it's helped you to refine it.
Yeah, with some of the projects I take, and I've been grateful to go to one of the state camps and go to Washington, D.C., and it has just helped form me into the person that I am and come out of my shell a lot.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And do you show animals?
Yes. In the past, this year I will show market hogs and I will take breeding goats, but in the past I've shown lambs, goats, and pigs.
Wow. Wow. Which one's your favorite?
Goats.
Goats?
Yes.
What do you think, Sammy? What was your favorite to show?
Oh, I was a pig girl in and out.
You were a pig girl in and out. All right, so we got pigs and goats. So we got all kinds. Adam's over there laughing. I think it was because of your word choice.
Probably.
Most people won't own up to that, but hey, you know what?
Again,
I am.
a lot of things.
We raise them, so gotta be true.
That's right. Sami Schott, a lot of things, but again, dishonest, definitely not one of them. So what are the dates for the fair this year, Riley?
August 26th through August 31st.
Okay, so the 26th is what day of the
Monday,
week?
Monday.
Okay, Monday. So then I'm doing the math in my head. We're there 3 days later. We're there on that Thursday because we'll have our broadcast, which you probably, spoiler alert, will be a part of.
Probably.
And then we'll have the game at night. That'll be Buckeye Trail at Caldwell, which you'll be able to hear on Kickin' Country, KC 105, and you know it. That's right. But yeah, how about our morning guy, Mr. Adam Green over there, the host of Kickin' Country, KC This Morning with Adam Green. But no, we will be down there looking forward to that. I'll actually be both doing the broadcast and calling the game. So we're always looking forward to that. Noble County Fair, always a good time. Come on down and check that out sometime that week. Come down more than once and hey, say hi to Riley over here and congratulate her on being crowned as she has been. Well, Riley, all the best of luck to you going forward. Thank you so much, and
Thank you.
we'll see you next week.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, actually, we'll see you this week because that is when this is taking.
coming up.
Yeah. Spoiler alert week. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. And we will be back with Kim Conrath here on Talk of the Town.
Talk of the Town will be right back. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Segment number trace here on Talk of the Town. It's Jeremy Scott back with you. And joining me right now, I have not representing the city of Cambridge. No, not this time. She's here to represent the Cambridge Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association. Is it an association yet, Kim?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. Yes,
She's Kim
sir.
Conrath, by the way. Good to see you.
Same
Ma'am,
here.
sir, I answered it
Sorry.
better. Depends on the day.
I think I've been yes ma'aming a lot of people today, so I'm
Boy,
just.
what's that say about your job?
Yeah. We won't go there.
Okay, that's a conversation for off camera.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you guys have some stuff going on, does the Alumni Association?
We do. We're going to have an event September 14th at the City Park called Cones and Cookies with a Cop. So we're
Awesome alliteration.
It is. We're having ice cream from Parkside, Tasty Treat,
Excellent.
and then we're having cookies from Kennedy's Bakery. And the kids will be able to come from 11 to 1 that day and join us and have both of those and then interact with the Cambridge Police Department. We'll have some equipment there, some policemen there. Hopefully the drug dogs will be there, the canines. And we'll have a few handouts and just to get more community interaction with the police department like we've been doing recently.
Is this kind of a PR move?
I think so. The Alumni Association was formed after the first Citizens Police Academy, and our goal is to promote the communication and support of the city police, with the entire community, let the residents know what they're doing, bolster their appearance in the community a little bit.
Well, absolutely. The thing about it is, and I know this just from our Police Week interviews that we did, when we had the Police Week and we talked to everybody. The thing is, by going through this class, you really see what they go through and the rigorous training they have to go through in order to achieve what they have achieved, and especially when you get to some of the higher ranks too. I mean, my gosh. But it's just very people. People kind of get lost in the shuffle of some of the things that happen in society.
Right.
The Cambridge Police, they're not here to be bullies. And I think that is what the Citizens Police Academy does. It kind of speaks to that. It speaks to the fact that, hey, these guys go through a lot of training in order to protect and to serve.
Right.
And they're there to do their just duty. They're goofy guys. They're goofy guys when they're not in uniform. They may not want you to know that, but a lot of them are definitely goofy guys. And they're average Joes like you and me.
Right.
And that is what this Citizens Police Academy does.
Right, exactly. We kind of take for granted that they're there when we need them, but like you said, they have lives too. They're regular people. but they're out there doing one of the hardest jobs there is to do to protect us all, and they do a great job. But so we wanted to, sometimes kids, especially in this day and age, don't always hear the positive things about the police department. So by doing this event, we'll let the kids know that the policeman is your friend.
Right.
He's always there to help you when you need it. They're not the bad guys at all. And so just, like we said, a little PR, a little bit of fun, give them a little break after they get back to school. We'll have some ice cream still, when the Parkside will be closing, but we've made arrangements with them to
save some ice
going
cream
for a while.
Very
Save
good.
some ice cream for us, and Kennedy's is always good to help support. And Patty's part of the Alumni Association, so she's glad to help too. So we're looking forward to it.
What are the dates on that again?
It's September 14th at the Cambridge City Park from 11 to 1.
Okay.
All kids are welcome. We prefer they probably be with an adult.
Right.
And then we'll have information on the Citizens Police Academy, so if somebody's interested for future times. And I don't think I'd be remiss if I report that the chief has been working on a junior academy per se,
cool.
which we're hoping to happen in the next year, which will kind of be like a little boot camp, but to reinforce good, positive self-esteem, responsibility and stuff. So that'll be the next big project that they're working on, I think.
Well, and again, you teach these kids young. The junior academy, and I assume this is for kids.
Right.
Okay.
It is. It'll be junior high.
Okay.
Oriented, probably have up to 20 kids. But again, just to about that time, kids start thinking about maybe what they want to do.
I was going to say the very same thing. It
And
kind of serves two purposes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was agreeing with you.
You're right. And I can remember when I was a kid and my dad was a fireman for a while. That was one of the coolest jobs my dad ever had, even though it was the most dangerous and we didn't get it at the time. But, again, just, thinking about what you want to do in the future, reinforcing self-esteem, giving them a sense of responsibility and fitting in, and community. So, that'll be a good thing, I think.
So that's something to watch for then, the Junior Academy. When will the classes start for the next class of the Cambridge Citizens Police
believe
Academy?
in the spring, or usually February or March, and it runs for 10 weeks.
Okay, it's a 10-week course then.
Yeah.
And you learn all kinds of things. If you haven't seen the videos on Facebook, I just have to say this. Some of the things that they teach you and some of the things they show you, I mean, they're very cool. I mean, you get to see how the dogs are trained, essentially.
Right. Exactly.
You get tased if you want to be. If you volunteer to be tased, you can see what that feels like. So it's a lot of hands-on. It's not just sitting in a classroom over a textbook, turn to page 49. No, it's nothing like that. It's a whole lot of hands-on stuff, and that's what people want to see.
Not at all, And, I work closely with the police and the fire department in my job for the city, but I attended the first class, luckily, and every week I came away with something I didn't know. As long as I've been around it and as much as I interact with them, every week I learn something new, and just gain that much more respect for what they do.
Yeah. And the Junior Academy, we were saying, it serves two purposes. One, like you said, it's the career path thing. Like, this is something I think I would be satisfied doing with my life. The other one, again, you teach them young all the things that law enforcement goes through and that kind of thing. It teaches them the healthy respect as they get older.
Right, exactly.
But they may not have gotten from some adults in their lives.
Right, exactly.
So, again, this is a big thing, too, coming back to this ice cream event. Can we call it an ice cream social?
Oh, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That'll be on September 14th. Again, that's 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. It's a family fun event. It's a family-friendly event. The cops will be there, and are they going to bring the dogs, too?
We're hoping that the dogs are there, probably some of their equipment. Yeah, and they'll just be interacting with the kids. And like I said, we have some handouts that are safety related that will be given to the kids. So yeah, it should be a fun day.
Yeah, it will be a fun day. And again, the Cambridge Citizens Police Academy, you probably heard it, you heard of it, you've probably heard the name because it's been around for a couple of years now. But it would be a really good time if you've thought about, maybe this is something I would like to do. No better time than September 14th, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Kim Conrath and the fine folks of the Cambridge Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association. Well, Kim, always a pleasure to see you.
Thank
you for coming up.
You're welcome.
I hope that you guys see all kinds of good results from this.
So do I.
We'll be back to wrap up this edition of Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town. We'll be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys to teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Thanks again to all my awesome guests on this edition of Talk of the Town. We had 4 of them. Gayle Roberts from the Cambridge Singers. Hey, go check out the Cambridge Singers December 7th and 8th and become a member if you like to sing. You don't have to be professional. You just have to like to sing and be able to carry a tune. Also, thanks again to, from the Noble County Fair, Sami Schott and Riley Clark, the Senior Princess. Noble County Fair going to be a good time this year. And also to Kim Conrath from the Cambridge Citizens Police Academy. All right, so Noble County Fair was on this show. Well, guess what? Not only will ABC have a presence there, ABC will also have a presence at the Guernsey County Fair, not just for a radio broadcast, but also because KC105 is the presenting sponsor, the stage sponsor of Craig Morgan. He will be there September 11th with special opening act, hometown boy Ryan Robinette. And guess who's going to be doing the introduction of Craig and Ryan? Why, that would be KC This Morning host, Mr. Adam Green.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. So, hey, listen, you deserve that. You've earned it. Have fun with that and have fun at both of the fairs. And for Adam Green, our producer man and stage presenter and KC105 host, I'm Jeremy Scott. Say it. Have yourself a fantastic day, night, or otherwise.